Welcome to Learn Tech Today English. Learn today, understand better, and succeed tomorrow.
Welcome to Learn Tech Today English. Today, we're breaking down an absolutely foundational business concept in the simplest possible way. How to identify a starving crowd for your next tech product, service, or AI offer. All right, let's just dive right into this. So imagine this for a second. A marketing professor asks his students, if you were opening a hot dog stand and you could only choose one single advantage over all your competitors, what would it be? Would you want the best location, maybe the lowest prices, or, the best tasting food? Naturally, the students guessed all of these. But the answer? Literally none of those. The greatest advantage you can possibly have in business is a starving crowd. Think about it. You could have terrible hot dogs, terrible prices, and be set up in a terrible location. But if you're the only hot dog stand in town and a massive local college football game just let out, you are going to sell out completely. We aren't trying to create demand here. We're just trying to channel it. Section 1, the power of pivoting. Let's look at Lloyd's story. To really get why this matters so much for your AI startup or freelance agency, let's look at the real-world story of a brilliant software entrepreneur named Lloyd. He built this automated digital ad service for newspaper websites. He had natural sales skills, a great setup, but his business just kept declining. Why? Because the newspaper industry was shrinking by 25% every single year. He was fighting a massive headwind. But then, when COVID-19 hit, he pivoted his technology to automated mass manufacturing. Same entrepreneur, totally different market. Within 5 months, he was doing millions per month. That's the life-changing power of finding a starving crowd. Your market matters more than anything else. Section 2, the 4 market indicators. Let's find that crowd. So how do we actually find one of these highly profitable markets before we write even a single line of code? Well, you need to look for 4 specific indicators: massive pain, purchasing power, easy to target, and growing. Let's break these down, starting with rule number 1. Number 1 is massive pain. Your audience must desperately need what you're offering, not just kinda want it. Pain can be, anything that severely frustrates people about their day-to-day lives. Because if you can accurately articulate the pain a prospect is feeling, they will almost always buy what you're offering. Like the old saying goes, the pain is the pitch. Number 2 is purchasing power. And honestly, this one is a deal breaker. Your audience must actually have the money to pay you. A friend of the author had this brilliant system for helping people improve their resumes, but he couldn't get anyone to pay for his services. Why? Because he was offering premium resume writing services to, unemployed people who were completely broke. He totally forgot this rule. Make absolutely sure your targets have the buying power to pay your premium prices. Okay, rule number 3 is also crucial. Easy to target. If you have the absolute perfect market, but you just can't find them, you can't sell to them. For example, if you want to sell amazing AI software to wealthy doctors, but your marketing ads are only reaching nursing students, that amazing offer is going to fail. You've got to look for avatars that gather in specific associations, mailing lists, or social media groups so you can easily drop your message right in front of them. And number 4, growing. Markets that are growing act like a giant tailwind, making all of your efforts move so much faster. Declining markets, like that newspaper industry we talked about earlier, they act like brutal headwinds. They make everything a struggle. Look, business is hard enough as it is, so you might as well find a good, expanding market to give yourself a nice tailwind. Section 3, the core human needs. Where to actually look. All right, so where do we actually find these eager buyers out in the real world? At a foundational level, human beings are always going to seek solutions in 3 main categories: health, wealth, and relationships. There's always tremendous pain when people lack these things. So your goal is to find a growing subgroup within one of those buckets that has high pain, high buying power, and is super easy to target. For example, instead of targeting broke college students with relationship advice, you might pivot and target senior citizens. They often have much higher pain regarding loneliness, way more buying power, and honestly, there are a lot more people turning 65 each year than 20. It's just a perfect match. Section 4, the formula for success. The exact order of importance. Now, I want you to basically download this core mental model, memorize it from your entire tech and business journey. This right here is the ultimate mathematical hierarchy of success. Starving crowd, meaning your market, is greater than your offer strength, which is greater than your persuasion skills. Meaning if you're in a great market, you can actually be pretty bad at persuasion, have a mediocre offer, and still make money. But if you're in a bad market, Honestly, nothing else matters. So the crucial point is perfectly summarized right here. You can be mediocre at business, have a terrible offer, and have no ability to persuade people, and you can still make money. Finding that starving crowd acts as the ultimate safety net for any business or AI launch. Just think back to the toilet paper shortage at the very beginning of COVID-19. There was no clever offer, the pricing was terrible, there was zero persuasion happening, but the crowd was massive and they were starving for it, so regular rolls were selling for $100. That, my friends, is the sheer power of the market. Let's do a super quick, actionable recap so you can systematically grade your very next market idea. To find your starving crowd, just make sure they have massive pain, meaning a desperate need; purchasing power, meaning they actually have the money to pay you; easy targeting, meaning you can find them online without a hassle; and growth, meaning the industry is actively expanding, not slowly dying out. Which brings us to our final, pretty provocative question. Are you playing business on hard mode by ignoring your starving crowd? By identifying a starving crowd, you finally stop selling to the wrong people. You align your amazing tech skills and AI tools with people who are literally waiting to hand you their money to solve their problems. If you found this explainer helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Learn Tech Today English. Turn on that bell icon so you never miss our latest AI and tech updates. See you in the next explainer.